Alright guys, we are back with top 4 hat format at Epik Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got Houston Carter on the left playing Geargia versus Creighton on the right playing hat. Looks like Houston won the die roll, rolled an 11. Houston's got 1 win on the channel while Creighton's got 3, but all of Creighton's win have come in and he mostly plays that. He's joined a few Edison tournaments, but not many. While Houston did win 1 Edison tournament and completely stopped playing Edison, but he still occasionally shows up for hat. But he's kind of moved on to Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyways, Creighton Pot of Dualities. Houston sets 2, passes. Creighton Pot of Dualities for what? Divine Wrath? Yes, Divine Wrath. Not a bad one because right now Creighton has no monsters, and plus he has the card D. So card D's effect, basically you tribute it, draw 2 cards, and it goes straight to end phase. You can't special summon. It's a pretty long effect. Now, Houston summons Arsenal. He knows Creighton's got the Divine Wrath, so you probably attack him first for 17. Then he's going to activate Arsenal's effect, waiting to see if Creighton's going to Divine Wrath it. Yeah, Arsenal's effect is you can tribute itself to special summon a Geargia monster from your deck and face up defense position, except Geargia Armor. Now, will he use Armor's effect to set itself? Let's see. Houston's trying to see if Creighton's going to use that Divine Wrath. So he activates Armor's effect. Creighton's hand. Oh, no, he special summons Accelerator. Okay, now he's going to set. It looks like he's going to set Armor, and Creighton decides to Divine Wrath. Discard his Moral Attack in his hand. See, Armor's effect is once per turn, it gets set itself. And Geargia Accelerator, the little toy car, you can special summon it from your hand if you control a face-up Geargia monster. And here, Creighton summons Traptrix Murmalea, which is basically a Stratos for normal whole trap cards, but Houston Phoenix chains it. Now Houston summons MK2. Okay, this is pretty good for Houston. MK2, when his normal summoner flip, you special summon a Geargia monster from your graveyard and face up from hand or graveyard and face up defense position, so it doesn't target him. Because Creighton does have a Crow. Now he could chain Crow, but he's just gonna get something else. Yeah, he crows him. Oh, he crows the Arsenal. Okay. And chains Needle Sealing. And then Houston chains Compulse. And he chains another Needle Sealing. Okay, so the field is wiped. Why do you chain Compulse, though? Huh. That's weird. Alright, so now Houston passes back to Creighton. Creighton summons Fire Hand. Attacks Houston for 16, so we're at 64 to 63. And Creighton's left with 2 cards in his hand. I think he has all monsters, so this might be a... Depending on the rest of Houston's hand, and Houston's got Dark Hole. Dark Hole's a Fire Hand. Summons Arsenal, hits him for 17, then activates Arsenal's effect, and sets Armor. So, Houston went X1 to Swiss. He actually lost round 1 to windups. That video is up on the channel, and then he won round 2. So, he won 4 in a row after losing to windups. While Creighton started off 2-2, but then he was the 8th seed, snuck in the top 8 and knocked me out after I went undefeated. And we'll see. Will X2 make the finals? Actually, I think one of the tournaments that Creighton won, he was like the 7th seed. He was X2 and won the whole thing. I've done it as well, so a few people have. So it happens. All right. Creighton summons card D. Houston's got his Max C in his hand, so he just draws 2 and passes back to Houston. Houston flips Armor. No response from Creighton. Armor, when it's flipped, you add a Geargia monster from your deck to your hand, except Geargia Armor. So he searches Accelerator. And as far as who would I like to see in the finals? I would like to see Houston. He has not won on the channel in hat. He did make the finals twice, so it would be his 3rd finals in hat format. So, yeah, I would like to see him make the finals. Plus, Hat's won the most out of any deck in... The hat deck has won more than any other deck in hat. It's not a surprise. It's the most popular and played deck, at least at our locals. So, yeah. Alright, so he makes Abyss Dweller, then summons MK2. Yeah, but doesn't target. Yeah. He brings back Geargiano. He just gets something else. I think that's what Houston's explaining it to him. Oh, wait, what happened? Yeah, I'm confused. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But Gigant attacks over DD Crow and hits him for 17. What did I say, guys? You know you're in trouble when you have to set DD Crow. Oh, I think he opened 3? Did he open 3 DD Crows? Yeah, this is not looking good for Creighton. He drew too many hand traps. And, I said this in the previous video about Tyler, whereas like in Creighton is definitely a modern Yu-Gi-Oh player, and he kind of built his deck the same way he would build a modern deck. But the issue I feel when you do that is in modern Yu-Gi-Oh the one card starters are just so broken. It's not like that in like hat format. The one card starters just aren't as good. You don't end on like on a huge board. What's the best one card starter in hat? Maybe Geargia Gear. I guess Geargia Gear in the Geargia deck. Is there any other deck? No, I can't think of one. Lone Fire maybe in Sylvans, but yeah, it's not the same. Anyways, here comes Sanctum. And Houston chains Maxi to the Sanctum. Sanctum special summons an artifact from your deck. And he special summons Moral Attack. Moral Attack, when it's special summoned during your opponent's turn, destroy a face-up card your opponent controls doesn't target. So he's going to pop the Dweller. Houston's going to chain Dweller's effect, because why not? And sets a monster. Passes back to Creighton. So Creighton summons Fire Hand. He's got Fire Hand, Moral Attack. Let's see. Do you crash into the Gigant, pop the set monster? I think that's what you do, right? Summon the crash into the Gigant. You're gonna take 7. Pop the set. Oh, but then since the Phoenix Chain is gone, yeah, but the Gigant, yeah, you can't deal with the Gigant right now. But at least he can't get more, like, he can't make more plays with the Gigant. Like, the armor's going to give him more plays. And Dweller's gone, so there's not, like... Well, the Ice Hand's not going to do anything for Crane, because Houston has no spells and traps. So he draws. Yeah, I think Houston's going to win this game. He summons MK2. Or Geargia Blizzard. Crane chains Max Seed to the MK2 effect. So usually when you get Max Seed on MK2, you just get armor and set itself. Yeah, gets armor, set itself. And now you just attack over the Ice Hand. Yes, good. Yes, attack over Ice Hand because you don't want him to draw a level 4 monster. Plus, Ice Hand is dead right now. The Moral Attack by itself is just a 2100. Yeah, you're going to take some damage, but it's fine. You got Soul Charge. You have maybe a back row. He sets the bluffed Soul Charge. Now Crane just drew Mirror Force, Fire Hand, and another trap. Yeah, I believe Crane kind of like... I feel like his deck is built more so to beat the Soul Charge decks. And I like the way he built his deck in that sense. I don't like the too many hand traps. But I think in hat format, you either A, have to build your deck to beat the Soul Charge decks. Or beat the trap card decks like Geargia, like hat. And Crane went the route where like his goal is to beat the Soul Charge decks. And I think when you deck build, at least in later Yu-Gi-Oh! And Edison is different. Because unless like you can kind of build your deck to beat, I guess, frogs. Or because that deck doesn't play much spells and traps. Or you build your deck to be like Black Wings and Bayou. I guess it kind of works that way in Edison as well. So here comes Soul Charge. Did he do 4? I think he did 4. So Soul Charge's effect is you target any number of monsters in your graveyard. Special summon them, and if you do, you take 1,000 for each. And you cannot conduct your battle phase of turn use Soul Charge. And here he tries to freeze Needle Ceiling with Soul Silver Mountain and Creighton. Is that game? Did I mess up life points? I must have messed up life points. But Houston takes game 1 after he wiretaps the Needle Ceiling. Again, what I said, Creighton's... You saw 2 main deck Needle Ceilings. And... Now Houston 1 win away from getting to his 3rd finals. Will he get his 2nd win on the channel? 1st win in hat? We'll see. Or will Creighton pull off the Legacy 2-0? So Creighton sets 5, sets a monster, passes back to Houston Carter. Mr. Carter. So Houston sets 3. Yeah. I like how he sets 2 at the very right and 1 in the middle. End phase. Oh, Acid Trap Hole. That one like destroys set monsters, right? Yeah, it's really good against Geargia. So now Crane flips the Fire Hand. No response from Houston. I remember I was here and like Houston said that was a card he has in his hand that was like a god card, but I can't remember which one it was. Is that the god card? He's like, I have a god card. And I'm like, what's your god card? Is Geargia Gear? That's the only card I can think of that's a god card. But Creighton with the wiretap. No, shuffle it into the deck. Yeah, wiretap, you negate a trap card. It's a counter trap. And if you do, you shuffle it back into the deck. I forgot I was playing someone the other day. And I was so mad because they dark bribed me and I had Solemn, but I was kind of like, I kind of want to draw a card. I don't want to Solemn your bribe. Okay, so here. Oh, Houston's playing Traptrix Geargia. I actually like this version of the deck. If I were to play Geargia, I think this is probably the way I'd play it. Because it gives you another starter. You have 3 armor, 3 arsenal, 3 Geargia gear, and then you can have you have another monster that can search a card. But he's out of targets. What? How are you out of targets? Houston. You know what's crazy? This is like the second or third time I've seen this happen to Houston. Maybe he should stop siding out his holes. Because this is like the second or third time I've seen him do this. All right, Creighton's looking at his back rows. Yeah, this is good because you crash with the Fire Hand, and the Fire Hand's not going to pop anything. So Creighton mirror forces the Murmileo. And passes back to Creighton. So we're at 58 to 8,000. Attacks Houston for 16. So now we're at 42 to 8K. Says the third back row. Houston's got MK2. Torrential. So he summons MK2. Target the armor. Or doesn't target. Sorry, I keep saying target. No, it doesn't target. So he's going to bring back armor. And Creighton with the Sanctum. Does Houston have a wiretap? Nope, lets it go. Well, now you kind of have some information on Houston because he didn't... Okay, so there's one of his normal holo trap cards. So he's going to Nightmare the Moral Attack. Creighton chains Torrential. Chains Macro. Okay. So Moral Attack will still activate, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. But there's a Torrential. He has Macro up. Sets. So this is anyone's game. Yeah, this is anyone's game. Houston needs like another arsenal, but then here comes another Sanctum. Now Creighton's going to bring out Moral Attack, pop the Macro. And now Creighton's in the lead, depending on what Houston's back row is. So attacks him for 21. One more hit in its game. Let's see. Hopefully, even if Houston draws armor, it's not over now. Creighton's going to end phase MST. Hits the debunk, it looks like. And now summons Fire Hand, Moral Attack. In case it's armor, it's Geargiano. Hits him for 16. So now you leave Houston at 500. Can Houston get out of this? And no, Houston packs it. Oh, it's breakthrough skill. All right, so Creighton forces the third game. Yeah, the whole torrential macro situation was kind of weird. Because Moral Attack doesn't target. So, yeah, I don't know. But we are going to game 3. And Houston, strong opening, Arsenal for armor. Yep. One of the best openings in Houston's deck, especially if he has Geargia gear. Well, Houston card to go back to the final. So this is like, I actually played during hat format, unlike in Edison. So one of the reasons why I didn't play hat at the NAWCQ in 2014 was because I just couldn't beat Geargia consistently. Like it was really hard for me to win. And we'll see, because Houston's definitely favored in this matchup. Yep. Armor Geargia gear. Now, I wonder if Creighton kept in those needle ceilings. I don't know what Houston's pointing at. I don't know. It's looking good for our boy Houston. Armor Geargia gear, the 2-card combo, especially when they go first. Man, it's hard to beat this deck. All right, so he's got Crow and a few other cards. He's going to XYZ summon into Gigant X probably. Or is there another rank 4 he can go for? I mean, you don't want to go Diamond Direwolf against this deck because they have artifacts back there. So he probably set a hand. You could go Dweller. Let's see what he decides to go for. Yeah, he could go Dweller, or he could go... Yep, that's what I was thinking, Dweller. Dweller is a quick effect. During either player's turn, you can attach a material for the rest of the turn. Your opponent's graveyard effects basically are negated. So now Houston flips armor. Searches the accelerator. So, like, if you guys remember round 1 of this tournament, Houston lost to windups. And then the other day, I lost to windups as well. I'll talk about karma. All right, so he activates Dweller's effect. Attacks the set. So he's just trying to gain advantage here. Maybe he was afraid of the Mirror Force. And here comes a Sanctum from Creighton. Does Houston have a way to stop this? Was he afraid of Needle Sealing? Was he afraid of Torrential? But, all right, here he's going to break through the Moral Attack. Creighton chains Wiretap. I'm pretty sure Creighton sided out the... I think he sided out the Needle Sealings against Geargia. It's not the worst card, because sometimes Geargia they'll just go off and make a bunch of Gigants on you, but... All right, we'll see. I mean, Houston still got armor set, maybe double armor. Sets another back row. He has a breakthrough skill in the graveyard in case Creighton tries to Moral Attack him. Here comes a Nobleman. Do you go for the one you know is armor? Yes, go for the guaranteed armor. So we're both at 8,000. Now he flips Summon's Ice Hand, switches Moral Attack to attack mode. Let's see if he set another armor. And it is another armor. Houston searches. Looks like he's going to grab Arsenal from his deck to his hand, and I'm pretty sure Crane's going to hit him for 14. So we're at 66 to 8K. Who will go to the finals? Now, in a few days, I think I'm going to make a tier list for like all the Epic players the past 3 months for Edison and Hat format. And yeah, Crane's up there. He's got 3 wins. But only 2 this season. Only 2 of these past 3 months. The first one, he got it before this season. Because every 3 months at our locals, we do a Players' Championship. And yeah, the Players' Championship is coming up. Houston, I think, has only made the finals. I actually don't think he's made the finals this season. No, I don't think so. I think both his finals came last season. Anyway, here comes Arsenal from Houston. Special Summons Accelerator. How many cards are in Houston's hand? I'm wondering what he's going to do here. Are you afraid of Crane's Divine Wrath? All right, let's see. 66, 8K. Houston, you can tell, is debating on what he's going to XYZ summon into. So he tributes Arsenal, gets armor, activates armor's effect. So he's playing kind of like the slow game. Maybe he's anticipating a Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare, so he doesn't want to go into Gigant X. But then he could have Nightmared the armor, right? Because you special summoned it with Arsenal. So he attacks over Accelerator. Accelerator, when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you add a Geargia monster from your graveyard to your hand, except Geargia Accelerator. So now Houston gets another Accelerator off the armor. But what does this accomplish? You're kind of like in the same boat you were last turn. Maybe he's waiting to draw into something. Now 4 back rows. Houston's got Crow. Normal Murmileo. Murmileo is going to search Nightmare, but that Ice Hand's going to pop one of your back rows. It's not like you're playing Artifacts, so Crane's not going to be afraid of your back rows. And if you set one, he's going to know exactly where the Nightmare is, so attacks him for 2. Now Ice Hand's going to activate to pop. And Houston debunks the Ice Hand. That negates a graveyard effect. And you banish it. If you negate it in the same spot where it activated. So, alright. End phase, MST's his Moral Attack. He knows Houston has Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare, so he's trying to do it before he can Nightmare the Moral Attack. And Houston chains DD Crow because the artifacts have to special summon themselves from the graveyard in order for their effects to activate. So Creighton does it again. MST's his own moral attack to pop the Murmileo. Now we know Houston's got Nightmare that he can't use this turn because he just said it. Oh, he had a Bottomless. Okay, so it's still going to pop. Bottomless Chain Breakthrough skill. And now he attacks him for 5. All right. So now you know Houston has Traptrix, Trap Nightmare, and here comes Duality from Creighton. Reveals Wiretap, Nobleman, and God, it's surprising to see Nobleman. So he's got a Nobleman, Houston's 3rd armor, attacks him for 21. You know, one of his back rows is Nightmare. Yeah, Creighton's down cards, but Houston's out of resources. I think all 3 armors are gone. He needs a Soul Charge. If he draws Soul Charge, yeah, aren't all 3 armors gone? I think all 3 armors are gone. Yeah, he attacked over Accelerator. Accelerator grabbed back the armor. Now he's going to set the armor. All right, let's see. What else does Crane have? Crane summons Firehand. Attacks over the armor. And here comes Fiendish Chain. Attacks for 3. Adds Accelerator. Oh, he's going to Divine Wrath. Okay, yeah, that's Crane's signature card. Divine Wrath the armor. That was pretty good. Now Houston's top decking. All of his armors are gone. I think, is his Geargia Gear dead? I think his Geargia Gear might be dead, too. So there's not many cards Houston can draw except Soul Charge. Sets another back row. 16. Now the Mortal Attack is Fiendish Chained. He's at 24. Another monster ends it. So pokes Houston for 16. Now Houston's at 800, so now he can't even draw a Soul Charge. But I think his back rows might be clogged anyway. And Houston's checking his back rows. Can he do it? I think Houston's in trouble. Could he have used that breakthrough skill at any point? Maybe he forgot about the breakthrough skill. So here comes Bottomless. Does he have a wiretap? No wiretap from Houston's checking his back rows. This might just be it right here. Yep. Down goes Arsenal. He just keeps checking the back rows. Man, you got something, Houston? Oh, breakthrough skill. He had to breakthrough skill just to set his other back row, so he reveals Ice Hand. Yeah, he's probably going to try to attack for game, and he has to compulse, but Creighton flips the wiretap, and now Houston flips his own wiretap. That's crazy. He had to compulse a hand. Yeah, not looking good for our boy Houston, and now Creighton sets. He still has that Nightmare back there. I wasn't paying too close attention, but was there a time when Houston could have used that breakthrough that's been in there since like forever? I don't know. It's nice. Flip, summons Firehand. Torrential. Oof. But Ice Hand's going to activate to pop the Nightmare, right? It's Nightmare? Yes, Nightmare, and then Firehand attacks for game. So, congrats to Crane. Pulls off the Legacy 2-0 and is going to his, what? 4th finals. Yes, it'll be Crane's 4th finals in hat. Now, he's won the previous 3. 3-0, so we'll see if he can get that 4th win and tie me, because right now I have the most wins in hat format on the channel. And Creighton will tie me if he wins. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that match. And check out the link in the description. I have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epic Cards and Games. The code is my first and last name, Oscar Zelaya, one word, all caps. Yep, I'll see you guys next time.